Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of Remax Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com. Cindy Grossman. New York City born and raised, luxury retail management was her game. Saks Fifth Avenue and Nordstrom were her jewelry playgrounds. Had enough at 38, fled to Miami, where Neiman Marcus Bal Harbour found her. Recruited to Mont Blanc, where her regional position challenged her. Met her husband 4 years ago, and Brevard County she did go. COVID hit, she needed a new career fit. Age-defying beauty with Mary Kay, she did say. And now, here's Cindy Grossman.
Hello, hello, and welcome to Mesmerize the Mirror at Any Age. Today, as you can see, I'm in a bit of a get-up.
What are we doing today, Cindy?
Hey, Mitch, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I don't know what we're doing, though. I'm confused.
Come on, look at your great costume. So we're doing a Halloween episode. I always loved Halloween. So I am dressed up as Venus, the goddess of love. And Mitch, what are you dressed up as?
I'm just mesmerized by you.
Thank you. But you are definitely the gladiator.
I am. Russell Crowe, eat your heart out.
Exactly. He has nothing on you, that's for sure.
If he wore glasses, he would have done better.
Right. Looking good. Looking good. So we wanted to go over our favorite Halloween memories and what scares us, and I wanted to just tell everybody about the history of Halloween. I don't think people even know about it. So, as we all know, we celebrate Halloween each year on October 31st, and this year, of course, it's on a Sunday, which is terrific for the children, and maybe the adults too. The tradition originated with an ancient Celtic festival, Samhain, when people they would light bonfires, they would wear costumes to ward off the ghost. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor All Saints. Soon, All Saints' Day incorporated some of the traditions of Samhain. The evening before was known as All Hallows' Eve, and later, of course, became Halloween. Yep. Over time, Halloween.
I didn't see that coming.
Over time, Halloween evolved into a day of activities like trick-or-treating, carving the jack-o'-lanterns, festive gatherings, donning costumes, and, of course, eating treats. So, I mean, I always loved Halloween.
What did you used to do on Halloween?
I, believe it or not, remember running home from school, and my mother would have these great costumes ready, and we'd get dressed, me and my brother, and we lived on a very long block in Queens, you know, and it actually went up a hill and then the other way. So we're talking maybe close to, I don't know, 75 to 100 homes where we were just sticking our bag. And of course, the one memory I will never forget is we could not touch the candy until my father got home.
He got first choice?
He would come home, go through the bags, pick out his favorites, and then kind of leave us with a bowl. But you know what happens? That bowl was all non-favorites, so we'd have that months and months and months, and then you finally have to throw it out. So yes, that's my memory of trick-or-treating. What about you?
What was your dad's favorite? Do you remember?
I don't know. He had quite a few favorites.
Yeah, he probably set those aside.
His taste has changed. Now he likes dark chocolate.
Well, growing up, I grew up here, we would take pillowcases and just walk the neighborhood. We were in blocks, so maybe there were like 20 houses on the street. So you go up and down and up and down. Then you go to the next block, up and down. And of course, I don't remember really getting dressed up like a costume, but maybe like a football helmet.
Oh, okay.
And you go with your friends and just do that. Then you come back with so much candy that you just it was more than you could possibly. Probably most of it got spoiled.
Right.
The one memory I like though is one of the ladies down the street. She made homemade fudge. Wow. Now, of course, nobody gives you homemade candy anymore, they
Right.
probably arrest you because they think you have like a razor blade in
Oh.
there. But this was a different time, and my brother's a few years younger. I don't know, it's probably like 15 or 16, and we weren't at 15 or 16 going trick-or-treating anymore. But she called the house to say, where are Mitchell and Warren? They haven't come for their fudge. Okay, we got to go over there. We
That's
really
too
didn't want
funny.
to, but that's a nice memory.
Oh, that's
How
too
about
funny.
Jesse? I bet
Jesse,
he ate
yes.
lots of candy.
I did eat a lot of candy, yeah. And, like Cindy, like your dad, my dad always had to go through the candy
Right.
first, too.
Yeah.
And, of course, it was always under the suspicion of these dangerous people in our neighborhood. They're everywhere, and you got to go look for the needles in the candy, of course.
Right.
But, yeah, somehow all the Reese's peanut butter cups would end up missing.
That's my favorite.
My favorite, my dad's favorite, too, yeah. But, we had a great time. The adults, I remember, they would get a wagon and full of waters and beers and whatever.
Oh,
The adults
nice.
would drink and kind of tow the wagon behind the kids and let the kids go run and
Oh.
up and knock on the doors. And we had a great time, yeah.
Yeah, Halloween is fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You weren't drinking with them, were you, Jesse?
No, not until much later.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But growing up, and I grew up down here in Florida too. We didn't celebrate. I guess there's another holiday like the Night of the Dead or something that they celebrate up north, and where you toilet paper houses and stuff, and
Oh.
you just act like a little hellion.
I
And
know.
I don't know if that's just a specific place up north or. Because we didn't have any of that. We just had trick or treating and going and having fun and maybe a
Exactly.
toilet paper a house or two if somebody gave you a roll of pennies or something like that.
Oh,
But,
right. I know.
but that was it.
Yeah,
But yeah, a lot of fun on Halloween. One of my favorite holidays as a kid.
I agree. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, and they do say it's for kids, but I mean, since we have the outfits and the costumes, I'm looking forward to a party at the end of October. I was looking forward to one, so it should be fun.
Yeah, we didn't have one last year, so
I know.
it's time to party this
I
October,
think
I'd
even
say.
the one before that too, I think, right? No, last year, right? Definitely.
I kind of feel sorry for the kids today because it was so much fun going around to the neighborhoods and just walking around and seeing everybody, having a good time in their costume. Today, I don't know. I mean, I don't think we see many kids at all
No,
going around.
right,
If they're parties, it's probably at like a community place. It's safer,
right.
but it's not as much fun. It's
True.
more controlled. It's not as much fun, I don't think.
No, I think parties are the way to go for the parents too. This way, it's
They can
very-
drink.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's in a controlled atmosphere, and they can watch the children and maybe limit the numbers because of everything that goes on. I agree. Now, Halloween is always supposed to be scary, right?
Sure.
Right.
Scary times. People try to scare you. I know haunted houses. Disney does a whole big haunted nights thing over there. What scares you, Mitch?
Well, having no money scares me. No. But, Halloween is kind of interesting because the reason that you have this scary element to it and the masks and like you were talking about bonfires is because the ancient traditions were that the spirits were closest to the living people at this time of the year. So that's why you wear masks and
Scare
disguise
them.
yourself so that the bad people, the bad spirits won't know who you are and they'll pass you by.
Oh,
So that's why we wear masks.
okay.
And some cultures, as Jesse said, they're even more attuned to the Day of the Dead,
Right.
especially in some of the Latin American cultures. So what always scares me, I think, we think about movies. So what are some movies that you found or you find to be scary movies?
I know now as an adult, I will not see a scary movie. I won't. It's just, I don't know. I think it weighs too heavy on your mind, and then you go home and you got to sleep and you can't sleep. But as a kid, I love scary movies. I remember watching them with friends of mine, and we would just be glued. Friday the 13th movies, that whole saga, Halloween with Michael Myers and coming back to get everybody. And it's funny, I was just at the movies this past weekend, and there's another one coming out, and Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. She has survived Mike Myers for a very long time.
Has she?
Yes, she has. How about you?
Well, you know what? I'm going to make the audience think about this question.
Okay.
Because I think we need to take a break. Then we're going to find out some of my favorites, and I think we'll even get Jesse to contribute as well.
Sounds good.
Why hire Cantwell and Goldman? At Cantwell and Goldman, PA, we take pride in what we do. That pride translates into better client service and better client results. At Cantwell and Goldman, PA, we provide high-quality legal solutions for individuals and businesses in Indian River and Brevard counties and throughout the state of Florida. Our experienced attorneys can help you with a range of legal issues, from defending a criminal charge, assistance with a commercial or residential closing, business transaction, or estate planning and probate matters. We are a full-service law firm specializing in estate planning, including trust and estates, as well as commercial and residential real estate and corporate matters throughout the state of Florida. Cantwell and Goldman, PA.
This is iHeartMedia's Treasure Coast Connection.
The Treasure Coast Connection is brought to you by New Vision Eye Center.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Rawlings, the Family Engagement Specialist for EOC Head Start of Indian River County. We are now enrolling children for the 2021-2022 school year. Head Start is an early childhood education program that offers family engagement, nutritious meals, parent involvement opportunities, health and developmental screenings, and much, much more. Contact our office at 772-562-4177 to register your child today. For more information, you can go to our website at www.eocofirc.net.
Call New Vision Eye Center for a consultation or second opinion. Your eyesight deserves world-class eye care. Visit newvisioneyecenter.com or call 772-257-8700.
Attention tenants, have you fallen behind on rent as a result of COVID financial hardship? Have you received a delinquency notice or complaint for eviction from your landlord? Indian River County may be able to help. A new free mediation program is being initiated to assist qualifying residential landlords and tenants with both back and future rent payments up to $10,500. Mediations going on now through September. Participants may pre-qualify by going to ircgov.com or calling 877-HEART-95. Walk-ins welcome.
Affordable Water has made great tasting water even more affordable. Right now, get a free reverse osmosis drinking water system with qualifying purchases, or free salt delivery for 6 months. Enjoy clean, pure, crisp tasting water from Affordable Water right away. Call now. Affordable Water.
Call 589-7677 for your H2O. Call the Pure Water Pros. Affordable Water.
And we're back. Mesmerize the mirror at any age. I know Venus, the goddess of love, she was definitely mesmerizing the mirror at any age. So, Mitch, you were saying your favorite scary movies.
Well, I'm a little frightened now, so I'll, if I'm a little apprehensive. No, I think one movie I really liked was George Romero's movie, Night of the Living Dead.
Oh.
What was so cool, it was in black and white, and these people, just very typical day, but all of a sudden, the living dead, the zombies come out, and they're locked in a farmhouse. Somehow they keep them out, and then the zombies die, in the morning, and it was very droll. Then you see the sheriff going around. If the zombies were moving, he'd shoot them. I don't want to give it away, but then the guy comes out of the farmhouse and the sheriff kills him, thinking he's a zombie. Oh God, that was like,
That sounds like a classic.
That it was. Somehow, I think maybe you missed that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you another one. Then I want to hear what Jesse thinks. The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh. Was that scary?
Yes, it was. You watch
scary.
the guy transform into, he becomes, at first the hair, and then he becomes the Fly, like Kafka almost. But it's very psychological. I don't like slasher, the gore and stuff.
Right.
But the psychological, I find much more interesting and scarier.
Gotcha.
How about you, Jesse?
Yeah, well, I don't watch a whole lot of scary movies, but one movie that made an impact on me when I was young, and I think it might be the first scary movie I can remember watching, was Pet Sematary.
Oh.
And I think it's a Stephen King movie. And, basically there was this cemetery was haunted. I think it was on an Indian burial ground or something. And the people of the town buried their pets there, but the pets would come back to life and haunt the people of the town. And here comes Fluffy, who you buried 6 months ago, back to claw you up and scratch you up. And yeah, I don't know.
I missed that one for sure.
Make sure you feed your dog and cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Take them to the vet.
Yeah, get a proper burial.
Yeah, really.
I would have to say mine, as a kid, but then as an adult, I did see Silence of the Lambs. That was scary.
Clarice.
Oh, he was scary. And to the end, you didn't know what was going to happen. And I think because I liked it so much, believe it or not, I actually saw it twice. So in the movie theater, I guess second time, not so scary because you know what's going to happen, but he was scary, very scary.
Absolutely. Do you remember the Bruce Willis movie?
Which one? The Sixth Sense or something?
It was, yes, The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
I See Dead People.
Yeah.
Again, it was just like the surprise ending.
Right.
But, he sees the Haley Joel Osment sees the dead people, and yeah, he does.
Very scary.
That was kind of scary. Do you have any scary dreams that seem to recur?
I remember as a kid, I did. My bed was up against the wall where there was a window, and I think that was a little scary. And I would have this nightmare that somebody was coming to get me, and I'd wake up. And then it's funny when you have a nightmare. Sometimes it just keeps going and going and going, and you go back to sleep, and there's that nightmare again, and you're like, make it stop. And I was talking about this with my mother today, saying we were going to do the show and stuff. And I said, I was really scared of the dark. I was scared of the dark. And I remember I would always say, leave my door open a little bit and keep a light on. I was just scared, but I guess I grew out of that. So I'm okay now.
That's good. That's good. You've recovered.
Yes. Yes. How about you?
Well, sometimes a dream that I have is that I'm back in high school, and there's a class that somehow I missed taking, or there's a test that's that day and I haven't prepared.
Oh boy.
Even though sometimes in the back of my head I know that I already graduated high school and college and after, but I still have that dream, and of course it doesn't make sense, but it's very, I don't know why. I don't know what it means.
I don't know.
But that always scares me. And growing up, I think there's always a feeling there's something that's alive under the bed.
Oh.
I think that's pretty common. So,
somebody's coming to get you.
Somebody's coming to get you. In your case, it was probably your father looking for the Reese's Pieces that maybe you hid from him.
No,
I'm
I don't
not sure.
think so.
What were your dreams about, your nightmares,
Scary?
Jesse?
Any nightmares?
Yeah, I remember one time I had a fever, and maybe a fever dream, and I don't know what it is about fevers that make your dream more vivid, but this one was real vivid, and I was picturing a bear mauling me, just tearing me up with its claws and its teeth, and so I don't know where that comes from or what that's about, but
I know. Well, maybe we have to try to get a dream interpreter on the show one time. That would be interesting.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
definitely interesting. I know I was reading up. The number one thing that scares people, believe it or not, is roller coasters. That's one of the things that people are very scared of. And heights. People are afraid of heights.
Yeah, I don't like heights either.
Oh, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be, you got to be an enclosed building or something.
Exactly.
You know, yeah. I'm not big on heights.
No, I don't mind it. I'm okay with heights.
When I was a kid, I didn't like going over bridges, and there's a lot of bridges here in Florida, and going over bridges, I get nervous. I don't know if it's because the drawbridge, you can see, the
water.
Under the little crate things in the drawbridge, you can see the water, but I didn't like that as a kid.
I hear you.
There's this one bridge south of here that I always find whenever I go over it. I forget if it's on 95 or the Turnpike. It's an overpass. And I always think that it's like, oh, this is where it ends.
Really?
It's going to collapse.
Where is that?
I forget. It's south of here, around a little bit south of Fort Pierce.
Oh, okay.
I forget which one.
The Turnpike? That one seems pretty steep.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
I forget what it is.
Around Stewart?
Yes, I think so. I don't know why. It's so funny, but these fears are fairly common. I mean, they're common.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny we talk about them. It's like, oh yeah, I can relate to that.
No, for sure. I know another thing with snakes. People are very fearful of snakes. Different things like that. Yeah, spiders. People have a real fear of spiders.
It seems like a lot of people are afraid of clowns, and a lot more people now than they used than 20, 30 years ago.
Yes.
The It movie, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That
I think
was,
that's probably
what is it about clowns?
I don't know, but definitely not. Something with clowns. And if you remember in that movie, The Joker, he was a clown.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he played a clown. And just his whole persona in that movie was scary. So that might have something to do with. Well, what about Chucky, right? Wasn't Chucky like a little doll that was dressed like a clown and different things like that? So.
Let's not have any clowns on the show.
No clowns.
We don't want to scare anyone.
No clowns, for sure.
No clowns. But they fit in the car. It's just amazing. But I guess
that
that's
little
something
car.
else. Isn't that? I don't know how they do that.
Too funny.
We could squeeze 20 of them here in the studio, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. You want to have a lot of clowns here?
Not really, no.
Yeah, but that's true. Clowns. People, I think, any type of a stuffed animal coming to life and kind of getting you at night and sleeping. And I mean, I used to think, there's things little kids, if they take their hands out of the blanket at night, they're afraid. Sharks is another big one. And I love to swim and I love the ocean, but when you hear of certain sharks appearing, you tend to think twice about going in the water. Jaws, yeah. Yeah. And I lived in New York and Jones Beach. That was a scary summer that summer. Yeah. I remember being a little girl and nobody was going in the water.
No. It's funny that you have certain people that are really the masters, like Stephen King. We mentioned some of his movies. Alfred Hitchcock. We go back a little bit.
Sure.
The Birds. Psycho.
Right.
I mean, those are classics.
Scary, scary movies. Yes. Yeah. The women, when Psycho came out, they were afraid to go in the shower. They were really, that was definitely something for sure. Yeah.
Watch out for the birds.
Yeah. The Birds. He made quite a few scary. Rear View Window, right?
Rear Window.
Yeah. Scary movies.
Oh.
But he was the master, I think.
He was kind of scary too, but that's another one. That's something else. Well, I think it's time to thank our audience and thank Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse.
Well,
thank you, Mitch.
Thank you.
Everybody, happy Halloween. Enjoy.
Save the right candy for George.
Right. Save the right candy. Let the kids have first pick. Come on. Come on.